But first, that latest on the Thane building collapse which left 73 people dead and over 60 injured. Thane police have now arrested 7 people, including the 2 builders. Remember, Thane, this also includes the builders have been charged with culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Not only that, the assistant police commissioner, the assistant sub-inspector of the local police station and the local corporator have also been arrested, and they have been charged with negligence and criminal conspiracy. This has been seen as one of the worst building collapses in Maharashtra in a decade. 73 people, as we said, died. All those arrested will be presented in court later today. Meanwhile, what seems to be a knee-jerk reaction, now the municipal authorities have gone on an overdrive, demolishing illegal structures in the area. For more on that, we're now being joined by Shavan Sen from that collapse site in Thane. Shavan, take us first to what is the latest on the investigation front?
Pallavi, as of now, as you have already mentioned, there have been 7 arrests that have already been made. Now, we heard about the 2 arrests of the builders that was late yesterday evening. Post that, we've heard that 5 more people were arrested, which basically includes some of the senior civic officials, also the local corporator, a municipal clerk, as well as a police inspector. Now, the message that is being sent across is that certainly that the administration here in Thane is certainly cracking the whip on all those who have been in collusion with the builders, resulting in this sort of a tragedy. The fact has been, since the incident, there has been a growing clamor to arrest the builder, the supervisor, the architect also. What we can also confirm at this point of time is that the police have also raided the houses of the supervisors and the others, the partners of those 2 builders who have been arrested. Yesterday, the Thane CP KP Raghuvanshi had told us that a team was actually formed to look into this particular case. So certainly they do not want to take any chances, because there has been a close focus on this particular case. Also, the fact that there's been a growing clamor among the local residents of Mumbai that the fact that the strong action needs to be taken against these builders, because they are the ones who are responsible for this particular tragedy. And several such buildings, Pallavi, are here in this particular area, this particular belt, where more than 1,000 such illegal buildings have been constructed because of the fact that there's been a growing demand for that. But the fact is that post this incident, we've seen that the Thane administration, that the Thane Municipal Corporation, has gone on an overdrive. The fact that there have been a lot of demolitions that have taken place. Residents here have actually questioned that as to why that if all these buildings were illegal and they've gone in for the demolition drive, why is it that they've been so late in doing so? Why is it that action is being taken at this point of time? Through the day yesterday, we have seen that there's sort of been a knee-jerk reaction, and the Thane Municipal Corporation actually demolishing 2 more buildings in this particular compound where I am standing, where at the collapse site, where there were 2 more under construction bridges also. Here's a story of all the unending story of grief, loss of all the people who've lost their bread and butter in this particular demolition. Here's the report.
मंत्रालय के सामने, चीफ मिनिस्टर के ऑफिस के सामने अनशन करूंगा। मैं 4 साल का बुढ़ा हूँ, मर गया तो मर गया, मेरा बाप भी मर गया ना आजादी में। हाँ, आज मैं मर जाऊंगा, अब मेरे को डर नहीं है।
An inconsolable Shambulal Bhanushani. His manufacturing unit next to the building that came down was demolished in a knee-jerk reaction of the Thane Municipal Corporation. Stories of loss and grief meanwhile continue to pour in after Maharashtra's worst building collapses in decades.
सब मालदा जिला का था, लेकिन हमारा दोस्त था एकदम, सब एक जगह में रहते थे हम लोग, और वो लोग ये वर्कर था ये बिल्डिंग में। हम लोग को मालूम नहीं है लेकिन अनलीगल है कि लीगल है।
As the death toll kept climbing, survivors slowly lost hope of being reunited with their relatives. 10-year-old Hasina, whom we met yesterday, is now an orphan. 3-year-old Karan, who lost his mother, and his desolate father, is still searching for a missing daughter. Doctors say 4-year-old Sandhya's eyesight is okay, but she will only be able to open her eyes after the swelling goes down. Her mother's no more, and there is no news of any other relatives.
More than 20 children have actually died in this particular tragedy, and many more are in the hospitals.
An embattled administration went on a demolition drive after mounting pressure to take action against illegal buildings in the area. But this reaction has only thrown up more uncomfortable questions.
The big question remains, what prevented the municipal corporation from taking action before the building collapsed? With Bureau Inputs, in Mumbai, this is Shavan Sen.
Shavan, you got us that report and you're at that collapse site in Thane. Take us through what is happening there, if anything at all, today.
That's right, Pallavi. After 3 days of hectic rescue operation, now here where we are standing at the collapse site, there is absolutely nothing that's happening. The rescue operation is over, and let me give you a sense of what's happening at this point of time. I'll ask my camera person to actually show you the demolition drive which began yesterday. As you can see, that particular building which was demolished, this is inside the same compound where the collapse took place. This compound has 2 more buildings. This is the building that you are currently seeing. This was demolished yesterday. Around that, just below that particular structure, there was also another manufacturing unit or sort of a godown which was also demolished. This entire area has right now been demolished. The fact that what we were being told by the Thane Municipal Corporation that all these structures were illegal. Also, if you can look at this particular building which my camera person is actually showing, we were told that this particular building is actually tilted. That's what the R.A. Rajiv, Thane Municipal Commissioner, had told us. This is the fact that all this action was taken just after the building collapsed. That too, it was yesterday morning when the rescue operation was actually on. At that point of time, the focus was actually turned from the rescue operation to the fact that action should be taken, and that's how the message that the Thane Municipal Corporation did send by actually demolishing it. But what went wrong was certainly the fact that more questions were being raised as to that if they could have demolished it now, why couldn't they take it? Why couldn't have they taken this action much before the building collapsed, Pallavi?
Precisely so. Is it all too little, too late? You can comment on that story on our website, ibnlive.com. Thank you, Shavan, for joining us there with the very latest.